to come back. I don't know. YouTube disconnected me or whatever. That was interesting. All right. So I just put some oil in my pan right over there. Olive oil, probably a good couple tablespoons. I'm going to put 3 onions in. And I'm using a small cutting board because I used it on something else and I was just like, well, we'll just continue using it because I don't feel like dirtying up something else. So we're just going to go for it. All right. We're going to cut up this other onion here. So we have 3 onions in the pot with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This 4th onion's going in. Need to get my YouTube friendly cooking gear. All right. All right, so I'm just going to let those onions simmer a bit. I'm going to bring this ginger back over here because I need more ginger. I mean, that's pitiful for what I'm cooking. It's a big batch of sweet potato. So we're making, hello, welcome. We're making a curry with sweet potato. And this is like a just coconut with spices, not like a yellow curry. I know a lot of people don't like yellow curry, Indian curry. A lot of ginger in here. I'm happy with that. All right. All right. So I think we finally have enough ginger. We're going to put that in with the onion once they get a bit translucent. We're going to put the ginger and garlic in at the same time. I'll turn this up a bit. Let me go put this, I freeze my ginger. Let me go throw that back in the freezer. Now we have to crush some garlic. So let's get rid of our ginger here. Not get rid of it. We're going to put it over here in this little container here. All right. Now we can work on our ginger here. Garlic. Ginger, garlic, ginger. All right. Oh, this hurts. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it. All right. I just had shoulder surgery, y'all. So if you didn't know when you're watching. I used to buy the, you know, the pre-minced garlic, but number one, it's kind of expensive. Two, last time I bought some, it tasted very vinegary. Hey, Charla, how are you doing? Do you have anything going on planned coming up soon? I really liked your Yellow Springs camping and your festival and the Chillicothe Festival. That was pretty cool. Good to see they get in the spirit of things, so to say. Man, I think you were saying that Eli was close to 5. Is that right? Did you go back and look? Yeah. It's so different when it's just like you, mother, daughter, and nobody else. No distractions. I'm sure she enjoyed it a lot. You're a cool mom. Because I know I've been watching you since before you got Eli. So that'd be crazy. Could be 5, 6. Maybe it's 6 years, Charla. Maybe 7? Gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to think when I started watching Rosie. You know, and then I got caught up in Bimbo. So that kept me busy. That's why I quit hanging out in Rosie so much. That and I missed you being there. I was like, dang, girl. I knew you were doing the thing with Bird. And I really struggled too. I was struggling back at that time too to get back on a decent sleep schedule. Man, that was a struggle. And I still struggle sometimes with the sleep schedule stuff. Oh my gosh. It's a plague. But I was telling my physical therapist that I'd heard, like, what I found through my insomnia was that also other people who had been in car wrecks had also had problems with sleep. So, and I had been in a car wreck. I know that started me off, but I thought it was just because I didn't sleep well. Slept on the couch for 3 months, sitting up with my legs on a dining room chair, and a bunch of pillows to keep me from being too uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, that was months from October, February. 4 months I slept like that. I finally was like, I'm exhausted. I gotta try sleeping in my own bed. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get back on a good schedule. It's easy to get off schedule, hard to get back on. Hunter was on my last live. I was live earlier, and all of a sudden I came back. Walked away, came back to the camera, and YouTube had disconnected my live, I guess. Something happened. It was so weird. So weird. All right. Yeah. If I do watch any videos before I go to bed, like it's usually a live video, and I just have to not say anything. Because you know how it is once you get caught up in a conversation and a late night chat, that's it. You're stuck. It's hard to walk away. All right, I'll chop all this garlic now. Now there's Hunter. After retirement, my sleeping hours were all over the place. Now I sleep when I can. No, you're good, Hunter. Because you don't have anything. Like, I always felt bad because, Chris would be up and doing things and, and I always felt like he was waiting around on me because, I am the party planner in life, generally. But honestly, when we started doing these gardens, he's been just going outside and shoveling dirt if I've slept in, So, but no, he finished at a great time too because we got that concert coming up this weekend. So it'd be a nice reward for him. Go get a little hotel getaway for the night. Go eat some good food. Go to a concert. Not have to drive or do anything or worry about any of that. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. I think I'm at that age, like, if I'm going to go to a concert, let me stir. I'm burning. All right, let me turn this down just a tad. I'm making something that I have a recipe for on my channel already. But we just harvested a bunch of sweet potatoes from the garden. So it's a bunch of sweet potatoes, coconut milk, chickpeas, garlic, ginger, of which I have ginger, lots of ginger, and garlic here, a ton of garlic. Coconut milk. I use Rotel because it has chilies in it. It gives a little kick, a little spice. Spice is nice. So, tomorrow, if we're lucky, I'm going to be stuffing these bad boys, also from the garden. I'm like in a rush to process stuff. I can bake them, freeze them for the holiday. Yes, that was her daughter. Where you been, Hunter? You send me $1, I'll double it and then send it to, let's see. No. Sorry. I don't play those games. I don't play those games. I don't play reindeer games either. Charlotte, you can come down here and be all bah humbug with us, Charlotte. We don't celebrate Christmas here. We don't do gifts or anything. It was too weird. It's too weird. I'm live again. I don't know why it connects, reconnects, disconnects. So I have a pot of onions here, to which I'm going to add, it's like 4 onions in this pot. Because I'm making a huge batch because we have a lot of sweet potatoes to process. And this is a thing you can freeze and then reheat. It's awesome. And it's good in the summertime or the wintertime. And then the garlic the ginger goes in. We just put the garlic in, a lot of garlic. We're putting in a lot of ginger. All right. And then the great thing is I just planted the seeds of kale. So this recipe calls for kale. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this and not put the kale in, but we're going to grow the kale. So when we want some of this stew, we just go out and get some kale to put in it as it's reheating. Now what I'm going to put in here is this is a homemade chana masala. So it's just a mix of this, a mix of that. I'm just going to put, I don't know, it's a lot. So 2 spoons of that in. I'm going to put some red curry in mine, like you would for Thai. So I'm going to do the same here. I'm also going to throw some turmeric in here. Although, this red curry almost tastes, it has fenugreek in it. It smells like it. It has turmeric in it. It's okay, so I won't add any more. I think I should do 1 more spoon. Because we're doing almost 4 recipes here. Not just servings, but full-on recipes. So if you see my cans over here, I'm going to throw some cumin in there. Cumino. Ground cumin. Alright. And then we're going to stir that up. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. Makes me want to cry. It smells so good. Alright, so because this is convenient, I'm going to put in these 3 cans of coconut milk. I have another, I ordered 4. Walmart lately has been like throwing my, I don't know about that, Charlotte. I like to experiment. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta. But remember, I went to, you and I have the thing in common that we both lived in the same city at one point when we lived in Titusville. But we lived there at different times. I'm adventurous, Charlotte, I guess is what I like. I'm adventurous. I like trying new things, different things. I told Chris I was so disappointed for this concert. I was hoping to find a really good, innovative restaurant. I just couldn't find any. So disappointed. So we're going to go up to this other town called Ackworth. And there's a Cajun restaurant. And I think when he first started, it's named Henri's, Henris apostrophe S. When he first opened, that area up there was kind of podunk still. Still is kind of, honestly. But he is like the best Cajun food I've ever had. Short of New Orleans, this little off the beaten path restaurant we went to. It was back towards Louis Armstrong Park, way off the tourist beat. All right, sorry, excuse me. Just adding more coconut milk here. This is probably going to be enough coconut milk, even though going in on the third can. Third can going in. I have my heat on medium. I think I'm going to turn it up a little bit because I'm going to put those sweet potatoes in soon. I want a little bit of a simmer so that it's only like 20 minutes after I get those in for them to be tender. All right. That's the coconut milk. Still trying to decide what to dress up for Halloween. I'm doing a Halloween show for music trivia. I'm skipping music trivia. Hello, Christine. Good to see you. Yeah, thanks for all the thumbs up, y'all. Now I forget what I was going to talk about. All right, let me come back. Oh, gosh. My whole body. I go drain some chickpeas. I'm going to put like 4 cans of chickpeas in here. I'm telling you, between the chickpeas and the sweet potatoes, you'll be full for... I mean, this is a very satisfying meal. All right, I'm going to dump these potatoes in so I can strain those peas. But this is about the equivalent of maybe 4 or 5 sweet potatoes. Like I said, I'm making a huge batch to freeze. Peas. Oh, dang. All right. Let's get them open. Good girl. I think YouTube may have cut me off a minute ago because I quit talking. I don't know. I see people with dead air all the time. Like, what the heck? I don't know what that was all about. All right, one more can. Quick rinse of the chickpeas. then I'm going to dump these in. This is going to make so much, y'all. It's a good thing I've been working on getting everything out of my freezer that was pre-cooked and making room for this year's crops. Oh my gosh. We've still been eating on that lasagna I made. That's crazy. All right. So our pot is really, really full. Look. Hope y'all saw that. Let me bring you over again. Now we're going to add the good stuff. I'm going to add some diced tomatoes with green chilies. And this will thicken up a little bit too, because some of those sweet potatoes I cut in smaller pieces. And it's less noisy. Oh. But yeah, this freezes beautifully. All right, it's 1 can. And we're going to simmer this down too, so it'll thicken up in that regard too. And I said the only thing I don't have for this recipe right now is the kale. And we just planted that in the garden. So I'll be making this now, freezing it, and then when we want to, when the kale starts coming in, we'll start incorporating weekly or bi-weekly rotation. I noticed some of these are mild, some of these are original. I don't know the difference. I think original is a little bit more spicy, but I like more spicy. I'm glad I put this in my stock pot. I almost didn't. I would have been a mess if I'd tried this in my Dutch oven. All right. There we go. The last can. So the reason I use Rotel is because you can use cayenne, you can use Thai chilies, you can use whatever. But you know what? I don't have to order or try to find or try to get or hope to get chilies, even a serrano chili in my grocery order. I also use that tomato with the diced green chili. I also use for my chili mix. When I make chili, I always use the tomatoes with chilies in it. So there you go. I may add some more spice to this later. But once it starts cooking, it'll become more orange also. With the sweet potato. I just harvested these potatoes last weekend. They're very sweet already. All right. So that's it. Please hit the thumbs up, y'all. I'd appreciate it. I think, I don't know, tasting it, I think I just want more seasoning in it. Like it gobs more. I should add pepper to this. Oh, I can taste the red curry in there, definitely. I think what I need is a little more comino. A little more cumin. Oh, and it's spicy. Oh, it's good. All right, we'll put a little more cumin in there, and I'll get some black pepper to put in there. It needs salt too. Y'all, I broke this pepper grinder from Aldi's because it was like 9 and change, and mine's been broken for forever. Let me mute this. Sorry, y'all. All right. I didn't realize it would be so darn loud for videos. All right. So that's that. Just gonna boil that and let that get tender. Now the other thing I think I'm gonna make a project for tonight is I was saying earlier, have y'all seen that video? It's a short where they talk about, oh, you can just take this keto pie mix or brownie mix and mix it with a can of pumpkin, and you get the most delicious, most moist brownies. Well, let me tell you, they're nothing but a goo. So they lack what I love about a brownie is those crisp edges and then that gooey inner area. They're lacking that. So see, they're kind of like it's just like a cookie dough. It's like cheesecake almost, right? Man, tastes good, right? But this is no brownie. It is no brownie, and it is no cheesecake. You might be able to mix it with like cream cheese to make it more cheesecakey, and that would work. However, this does not work as a brownie. So what I'm going to do, as opposed to having it go to waste and the holidays being right around the corner, what I'm thinking, oh, let me get another spoon. Let me show you this. What I'm thinking, and I know Godiva chocolate has like pumpkin truffle stuff, but what I think I'm going to do with this is I think I'm going to put a little cinnamon with it and some cayenne pepper with it. And then let me move this all out of my way. And then I think if I do that and then I take a dollop of this. See, so then I think I can roll it into a ball, right? Hear me out. Roll it into a ball after it gets nice and spicy. Some I could put nuts in too. And then it's almost more like a truffle, right? And then I've got some keto, I'm going to order some keto chocolate chips for tomorrow's pickup. And then I'm going to freeze these overnight and then just dump them. Bye, Sharla. Love you, girl. Take care. But yeah, so then I'm thinking I can just take these after they're frozen and dump them in the keto chocolate chips, and I'll have a total keto dessert here. I mean, there's still like stuff in there. There are carbs in there, but this is like, I don't know what the carb count is on the pumpkin. It's minimal. It's minimal. All right, so what do we got there? Got it. So what'd you say? What did you say, somebody? Show Simple Happy Life getting banned. Oh my gosh. Are we going to show that? Are we showing that? Simple happy life, you kill me. Don't you have some laundry to do or something? Sausages to find. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking because this is not a brownie at all. It's not what I thought, but I thought for the holidays these would be these would be really good. Huh. Because I do tend to take healthy desserts to functions. So this would do that. I mean, they taste good. And what I don't want to do is, okay, so the other alternative to that would be they're gooey. That's why I want to dip them in chocolate. But I could make them firm by adding like almond flour or like I have the Swerve has the confectioner sugar, but I don't want to make something that's gonna it gets too sweet when you start adding that stuff. This I liked because again the pumpkin adding the pumpkin to a keto thing, that pumpkin killed a lot of that sweetness, which I love. Because Luther and I are like alike. Like we don't like overly sweet desserts. Now I love the flavor of this. And I'm just hoping, Lulu, that like dipping it in chocolate won't make it too sweet. Right? Yeah. I do like Charles Rogers. If y'all like some really cool smooth jams, and I think Connor, I think he writes his stuff. I haven't had the opportunity to like because went on late. And the first time I was kind of just overwhelmed, but I want to ask him if he writes all of his own material. I think a lot of it is. I think a lot of it is. But I love him, Hunter, because it was so funny. Some troll came in to his live and like he'll perform first and then he'll talk, you know, he'll talk to people after he performs and read the messages and everything, right? So so one troll said, uh, just came in and was like, cocaine's a hell of a drug. And he read that message and he was like, hey, some blah blah. Oh yeah, oh okay. I read part of his bio, but not all of it. But yeah, and then he said his response to the guy that said cocaine's a hell of a drug. He goes, yes. He's like, don't do drugs. He's like, cocaine is a hell of a drug. He said, I was addicted for 20 years and I freed myself of that bondage. Yeah, that's exactly how he handled that. I loved it. I loved it. But no, he's awesome. He's awesome. So he's in like, I think he's in northern Mississippi or something. I don't know. I had to go to work in Jackson, Mississippi sometimes. And let me tell you, Jackson, Mississippi is one of the most depressed at the time. I don't know how it is now. Depressed capital cities I'd ever been in. And it isn't much. Like, you blink and you're past it. There wasn't much of the suburbs. It was just like, I don't know. Mississippi's beautiful. But it's very depressed. Oppressed, depressed. It's a cheap place to retire as a American citizen, but I don't know. They don't have good health care. They don't have good infrastructure. They don't have good criminal justice system. They don't have a lot of stuff. Good education system. It's tough there. Hey, John, how's it going? I'm just hanging out cooking because it's easier than doing uh, trivia. I know I said I needed a break, but I figured, well, I have to do what I'm doing now, so I might as well just go live. Y'all can watch me work. Y'all can watch me process food. But we got it's a recipe I have on my channel already. It's chickpeas, tomatoes, coconut milk, tomatoes, chilies, onion, a lot of what is that stuff that I put in there? Jeez, ginger, herbs. I got some red curry in there. I've got cumin, black pepper, a little of this, a little of that. But y'all, I did like absolute, like most nothing yesterday that I could do. I hardly did a dang thing. I reheated foods. Um, I think that's all I did. Well, I put up a bunch of food too, I think. No, I didn't. I took yesterday off. I can't remember. So this will be done as soon as the sweet potatoes get tender. And then we can freeze it. Get it ready for need to turn it off. Oh, it's 6:15. Chris will be home soon. Holy cow, I've been hanging out with y'all and I don't even have dinner ready. I should tell Chris. Somebody tell Chris to pick up dinner on his way home. No, and that's the thing. I had trivia ready. I was just in so much pain, is the thing these days. And then I was talking to someone who is into sports a lot because I just got kind of really depressed, y'all. Not depressed, like crying, but I got discouraged. Discouraged is a better word because, I went into physical therapy gung ho, like, I'm going to kick butt. We're going to be back at 100% ASAP. I'm 61, y'all. Or no, I'm 62, y'all. I can't even remember my age. I'm old. Oh my gosh. So, anyway, there's that. So I can't remember shit. I can't recover like I once did from surgeries. I told my doctor, I was like, I don't remember how my last surgery was. I said, but I do remember. The only thing, see, I can't even plug in a plug. Here. Oh, gosh. All right. Here. So I told him I didn't even remember my last surgery. The only thing I could remember my last surgery is they sent me home with this ice cube thing that had this tube that hooked into. They didn't do that this time. It was a waste of my money apparently last time. So they didn't do it this time. And then the other thing I remember is in physical therapy when I actually had to walk the wall with my fingers. and how difficult that was. And when I finally got to where I was like lifting my arm without hiking, sorry, I'm trying to adjust here. Without hiking my my thing. See, it's hard to get up above this. Now, if I go, like when I'm on the pulleys at physical therapy, I'll start here, right? And then I'll just tug a little bit more and then I'll come down. But the next time I go up, I can generally get up a little bit higher each time until I am able to get up. And the same when I do my arm slides. Like, I can do this without any problem. Where I get in a problem is right there, that angle. That's where it starts hurting, right there. And it hurts all in here, all in here. So it takes a lot to push. Now, the other thing I've learned is if I stop and just kind of take some breaths and try and get my muscle to relax, then I can push it a little bit further. But I got PT tomorrow, y'all. I don't know what that's going to look like tomorrow. Yeah, we aren't 25 anymore. Sucks too, I tell you. Who do I talk to about that? Where's management? I want a Karen moment with the Department of Aging. Something just isn't right here. And someone needs to answer for this. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I have to remind myself. But now that the Chris has got the gardens done, that's a huge relief. And I just planted broccoli in that last bed this morning. So all the beds are planted or have something growing in them, which is like amazing. Amazing. So I don't know. I'm debating on building that next garden bed in the cedar wood. We're starting a whole new type of garden setup. I don't know. I don't know. Because the biggest pain is like weeding, and that weed barrier, having that down is just so nice to go in and not have to worry about weeds and grass. So, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I have Tuesday and Thursday is physical therapy. So I'm shot like Wednesday and Friday. So what I'm hoping is like by Halloween. Well, we'll do something fun for Halloween. The Halloween music trivia. It's going to be a Halloween theme when I come back. And then we'll go back to doing a she theme after that.
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud. You gonna turn me off?
Infinite loop.
So yeah, Chris listens to me on the way home if I'm live. But he never lets me know that. He's so funny. Yeah. Captain was like a champ, man. I can't believe he filled 2 beds in one day. That was amazing. That was amazing. I mean, him doing that whole project was amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to somebody that does sports stuff though, and they were saying, yeah, that first time you go to physical therapy, you're really positive, and then you'll hit a wall, and then, you know, you have a setback. And they said that was normal. So I feel better about that. But I was just like, Wednesday, I was just hurting so bad. So bad. Oh, and it was nice. I was able to clear my table of my winter seed plantings today. Now I get to put this back. Although I was saying I was going to try and grow some garlic, but I didn't order any. I couldn't find any at the local feed and seed, and I thought, well, maybe sometimes like Lidl has bulbs, I know. And I think I've seen like shallots and stuff. Oh, I should go to Tractor Supply. I should go to Tractor Supply. And I need to see if they have pears, because we're going to plant some regular pears, I think. We had those Asian pears, but I want some. The neighbor has pears that are rotting on the vine. And I hate that. But they have a lot of pears. So I'm going to get a pear tree, I think. And I want a plum, but I don't know. I think the ones that they're selling at Tractor Supply don't do well here. Oh, you have a new channel. What is your new channel? Were you given them the link? Captain had to go to the head. It was a long voyage from one continent to the other. I have the worst headache. Go take some meds. I tried sharing it, but I can't. Well, tell us the name of it. Or oh, a message. That is moderator. There, I'll leave you as a moderator, and then you can drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Oh, the peaceful path. Oh, let me just make mods again. I don't think it matters. I'll get somebody to do it. Hunter can do it. Hunter. Channel activity as a moderator. Standard. All right. Oh, and Lulu, if you're here, so how to create a mod. When you click on it, it'll say pin message, report, remove, channel activity. But if you just scroll up, then you'll see it'll say add as a moderator. So there, that clarifies why you weren't seeing it. And it drives me nuts because they don't have like a more or see more, or like I didn't see where there was the little, sometimes you can see on the sidebar, it'll highlight, but not on my phone so much. So I hope that helps you, Lulu. There we go.